This is episode 104. Me and Tyler do a bunch of catching up, shoot the breeze on how our season's been going. Sorry for the delay. We've been busy hunting, but we're going to start getting back at some podcasts here. And so stay tuned. Thanks a lot.
This podcast is brought to you by Kifaru International. Kifaru makes absolutely bomb-proof gear that is second to none. Kifaru.net, folks. There are a few groups in North America that put boots to the ground, like the Wild Sheep Society of BC. Contrary to popular belief, Wild Sheep Society BC isn't just about sheep. The majority of their projects benefit a variety of ungulates and other wildlife. Check them out at www.wildsheepsociety.com. Great folks over there. I'm a Monarch member. You should be too. And as always, go check out our friends over at Just Shooting Arrows. Just Shooting Arrows is BC's premier archery shop.
Let's listen to this to start. This will get you hyped.
We just doubled, baby. Double header. Here's mine.
Sounds like somebody.
This is the best part right here.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, buddy. Fucking amped. Double headered. Last minute of the last day. Unfucking real. We grinded so hard for these fucking goats. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Rock me. Nothing left in the tank. Nothing left.
That was fucking nothing left, man. Nothing left on that one.
I love that video, man. It's like some people listening couldn't see the video, but it's the second goat that we killed, and Wasey's, I don't know, what are you, 20 yards away from your goat, and I'm laying down shooting another goat.
Yeah.
And I'm just sending lead.
Doing homicides.
Yeah. I just like emptying my mag into a goat. And you're just like, you're good, bud. Oh, I love it.
He was probably down on the first one with that 30 nozzler, but
yeah.
Keep shooting. Keep shooting.
Yeah, I mean, we got that from Marvin there in his videos with Caden, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unload, man. Unload. I don't really want goats trotting off cliffs either, too. So,
no, it's funny. Like, I mean, it's like, what is it, 6 a.m. on Monday morning or something? And I'm, half awake drinking coffee. And I just watched that video. You guys couldn't see it. And it's like, in the moment, I was like, oh, yeah, this is a nice spot. But looking back at it, like, that hill is steep as hell, too. It's like, that goat falls, he's going for a ride. So,
oh yeah. Kind of a dream of mine would have a goat fall right down to the truck. That'd be perfect.
right in the box of it.
Right into the box.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
How do we line that up?
Yeah, I don't know, man. So what have you been up to?
Hunting, fishing, loving every day.
Yeah. Same here.
Just getting your dick kicked in or what?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's actually been not bad. I've just been kind of picky, but moose season was tough here. It's been real tough. It's so hot. I had a hard time drumming up bulls, and yeah, I think that's kind of how it goes with that sometimes, but
my elk season was kind of the same. I was just saying to my buddy Hart, I actually had a really good season, and I probably had more call-ins maybe than I've ever had, but it seems like just because it was so hot and so dry, everything was really different than what I'm used to. And I was just calling in like singular, 5-point bulls over and over and over again. It was like, I think halfway through the season, I was at like, I don't know, 15 or 16 bull call-ins, and just like not one illegal bull. And I don't think I called in my first legal bull until, I don't know, like well into September, like probably the last week of September. And then on the first, there was a legal bull too, but I was, anyway, it's been super challenging. Elk season's done here now.
Yeah, this tag for my moose will carry through to the end of November.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I'll try and clean it up if I can, but yeah, it was super frustrating. I just I should have clued in a little bit more. Like my normal haunts that I hit up for moose. I called in a couple just small bulls. I kind of looking back, wish I arrowed one, but it's just tough. There was freaking no water anywhere, so they had all went down to the main river. And I should have clued into that a little earlier, but I got down there finally because I got to secure a river boat to get in there. It's a freaking whole thing, man. It's quite a boat ride. But once we got in there,
with Mitch, eh?
Yeah, me and Mitchie went in, and once we got in there,
nice.
We called in a bull the first morning. But that wind is so shifty on that river, and I knew it, right? So like I didn't even want to like hike that area because I knew there was moose all over in there. So we kind of set up just a little camp. We actually slept in the boat. It was actually pretty sweet. We just blew up our pads and laid them on the floor and slept in the boat. And Mitch has this little diesel heater, and it's plumbed
really?
into so he's got it in like a cooler, right? And a lot of riverboat guys run them. They're just diesel fired heaters, and his is portable, so he just run a thing through the side of his little window there.
I have a diesel heater story.
Oh yeah, did you gas yourself almost? Or
No, it's funny. When I graduated high school, instead of going partying or whatever, my dad was like, "Let's go fishing." I was like, "I'm in," right? I had a girlfriend and stuff. I didn't need to go chase tail. I was good. So we go fishing, and like I don't know anything about ocean fishing, so we go over to Ucluelet and we go on this like fishing charter. They take us out, salmon fishing or whatever. I catch some big donkey salmon on whatever. I still don't know anything about ocean fishing. Catch this big donkey salmon, first day, cool. So like, I'm young, like whatever, however old you are when you graduate, 17 years old. I'm like, what do you want to do tomorrow? I was like, well, let's go halibut fishing. And they're like, well, it's gonna be pretty rough. And I was like, oh, that's okay. Let's just go, right? They're like, yeah, cool. Like we're like, it's safe to go. It's gonna be pretty choppy, whatever. We get out there. I've never been so seasick in my entire life. Like just wanted to die. And they had this diesel heater in the boat, and every time the wind would kind of shift, the diesel heater, nasty burning diesel smell would like waft into my face, and I would just fucking projectile vomit. It was the worst. And it's like you're out there with a bunch of other dudes. There's no coming in, right? And you're just like dying. Anyways, so, that's my diesel heater story. Now, whenever I smell like a diesel fueled furnace or something, I think of that.
I freaking so Mitch's, the reason he put it in a cooler, he didn't want to put it in his boat, is because of that, because you can't really control the wind with the fumes, right? Like it's probably okay if you're like ripping down the river and it vents out the side. But anyway, so he's got like a 20-foot, that silver, like little silver ducting fucking pipe, super light. Yeah. So he sets the cooler like 25 feet from the boat, strings this shit out. So the fumes are always away. And it was freaking money. It got cold that night too, and we were freaking pretty. But anyway, we set that camp up, and the next morning I'm like, I don't even want to ease. Like, I don't even want to go 100 yards from camp before we start calling, because I said there's going to be bulls here, and sure as shit, man, we got about 80 or 100 yards from camp, and I started calling on a younger bull. He fired up, but the wind was so shifty, and he ended up winning. We called him in, but he ended up winding me probably about 80 yards out. So that's fucking my moose season in a nutshell, man, pretty much.
Yeah, it's tough. Those river bottoms are tough too, eh? Like we we hunt some mule deer country that there's pretty nasty thermals that come off of those river bottoms when you get the cold air changes off the water, eh?
Mm-hmm. So I bank a lot of my hunting. Like I play thermals a lot. Like,
yeah.
So I'm not always just relying on wind, so I can get away with a lot with really good thermals. And I just couldn't get thermals down there. It was just steady shifting and stuff. So it ended up fucking me over, but that's how she goes sometimes.
Tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, man. A lot of the country that I like to hunt is like, we're 1 year from a burn. But it's like, I just found myself like about halfway into the season. I'm like, well, start hitting new places. And I was like, I think at that point I was already like 12 or 13 days invested into the field. And like, I'm doing, 10 to 18 kilometer days. And it's just like bodies just getting trashed and just covering country and just hiking these new spots. And like one of those days in the season, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll come from this angle to up the mountain, right? It's like just super steep and just never ending burn, right? And it was like, oh, this will be a great mule deer spot, but there's nothing happening here for elk right now.
Water was a big thing this year. I actually ended up just starting to find I literally started just looking for water, and I started hunting water, and that's where everything was, because there's no ponds or puddles or nothing. It's all dry. We actually I was watching a deal on TV the other night. They were talking about how in the month of October, Alberta broke like 20 some temperature records. Yeah. Like we've never seen it like when the moose rut normally in Alberta, like the mornings are -3, -5, right? With a good hoarfrost. We were waking up in the mornings plus 25.
Did you say hoarfrost?
Yeah, hoarfrost. Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but I love it.
Yeah, it's just a dirty, dirty frost.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
No, I don't know why they call it. It's that big like heavy frost, and it like hangs on limbs and shit. It's like
I'm not sure, but I'm here for it.
So we usually get lots of hoar frosts, but not this year. I'm looking for hoar elk to get in stud bull. That's what I'm looking for. I was talking real slutty too, like real slutty moose talk, and I just couldn't. I was even like changing my voice and everything. Like, couldn't get him to bite.
I don't even want to do an impression of what I'm thinking. No, I think universally this year, guys have been doing well on water and getting their ass kicked when they're doing the same old thing. A buddy of mine, Chuck, and his son Blake are both wicked dudes and killers, and they called me and they were out east, and they were like, man, we don't know what's up, whatever. And we started talking, and they threw a camera on a wallow, and sure enough, it was, had some good action, and they started playing water a bit. And I think they were getting into bulls too, which is cool.
Normally, I would see, I don't really pay too much attention, but on Instagram, a lot of the guys I follow are local guys, right? And there's always bulls on the ground. This year, man, I bet you on one hand I could count the amount of bulls that got killed. So I know there wasn't a pile that got killed. I even talked to Lander. He said it was the worst moose season he's had in 16 years. I talked to a few other outfitters that run way northern Alberta, fly-in shit.
Yeah.
And I think they only killed a couple bulls, and they said it's the worst they've ever had. So I don't feel so bad about it, but it was just that time. It was just that way it went this year, I guess. I don't know why, but
yeah. So it's the 24th today, and I haven't checked cameras in about a week. Because season's over now, but I normally check them every few days. And in the spots that I hunt, I normally have the entire herd kind of moves in and out of a couple of my favorite spots. And, you'll go check cameras, and there'll be 1,000 photos, and half of them have a dozen or more elk on them, and then you'll see, the bulls come through, right? This year, I don't think I had. September 1st, I had some elk on camera, had a nice bull, And then I don't think I had another elk on camera for, I don't know, 10 days. Not one. And like I have probably 18 cameras out there spread out over, I don't know, 25 kilometers. Like covering a huge amount of country and just like nothing going on.
Is water kind of issue in there too this year?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's dry as hell.
Yeah, it's just dry. Yeah, find the water, find the game. This year, kind of that's the motto I think that's been happening. But what do you do?
No, absolutely. But no, it's been good. I think it's I kind of think it's good to just get your ass kicked and test your kind of mental ability to keep going, you know, keep hammering.
Yeah, it's like I have so many guys say to me, they're like, you know, let's be honest, Wace, it's pretty easy to kill a moose with a bow. I'm like, yeah, it can be. And it cannot be easy either.
Who said that?
I've had a few guys say that to me. Like you can, like if you get the right bull and he's in the right mood, you can walk up to him and stab him with a spear. Like they're pretty fucking dumb. But
yeah,
sometimes it is tough to grind it out and find a good bull that's in that kind of mood. It's tough sometimes, man, really tough. And so I don't know. And I'm recurve hunting, so I don't really like taking 80-yard bombs, you know. I like to get within 3-4 yards would be nice.
Yeah, I feel like a guy that says like, "Oh, it's pretty easy to do with a bow," is what's the word I'm looking for? Like an asshole.
Yeah. I've legit had guys say that to me though last couple of years, and I'm real hesitant to agree with them. Like, sometimes you can kill smaller bulls.
I mean, that's like saying anything is easy. You know, it's like saying, you know, you talk to guys about. That's one thing that happens when you get back from a successful hunt that maybe a lot of people haven't done. Like, for instance, our goat hunt, right? I've had a few guys say to me like, "Oh, if you can do it, I'll do it. I'm going to go next year." I'm like, what? That's a really weird way to look at it, man. Like, it's like, how am I your benchmark? What are you doing?
I had a guy say to me here the other day, he's like, do you think and he's kind of out of shape, eh? Like he's not really the best shape. And he's like, "Oh, you think I could go hunting?" I'm like, anybody could go hunting. So then I had my shoes. I took my right shoe and my right sock off, and I showed him my foot because my toenails are still falling off from hiking out. He's like, "What is that?" He's like, "What is it?" Because my toes are swelled up like sausages, right? They're purple and black. And like my toes are dead almost. And there's like pus. And he's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "That's packing out a goat." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, be prepared for that kind of shit, man. Like, I'm like, that's what it's about. Like, it's glamorous to take the field photos and the pack out photos. But I said, it's fucking gay. It is fucking gay.
I love it. I showed Natalia that photo of your foot that you sent me. And she looks at it for a minute, doesn't say anything, looks down at her phone, looks back at me, and she's like, "Tyler." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, how come all your hunting partners' feet explode?" I'm like, "I don't know, I'm an asshole."
My feet?
Like Tommy got frostbite on our winter hunt. Chad's feet about peeled off last year when we were elk hunting, or the year before. Your feet grenaded this year.
But it wasn't like,
no.
And I got rock solid boots and they're fit really well. Yeah. And I didn't skin my feet. It's just, I blew the nails off because we were downhill for so long, right? Your toes get jammed in that toe box so hard, and it just ends up wrecking your toes. But
I have that weird like Eastern European designed to carry bags of potatoes body. Hey, I'm like I don't know, man. Like I'm not super athletic. Like I do work out all the time and stuff, but like I'm no Cam Hanes or anything like that, but I don't know. My stuff just kind of hangs on, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think my wife called me a pussy, and she's like, because like I wear socks. I wear socks. I wear socks 365 days a year, always in a work boot or always in a shoe or a hiking boot, right? And my wife and my kids are always barefoot, man. Always around the farm, always barefoot. And their feet are fucking tough as fuck. So she's like, you need to stop wearing fucking socks every day and start being barefoot. So that's my goal next summer. I'm just going to, around home, I'm just going to barefoot. I'm just going to barefoot it and see if I can callus these fuckers up a little bit better, you know?
I got to be honest. One thing that changed the game for me, I think it was after a hunt with Ronnie. My wife is my wife's beautiful, right? She takes care of herself, you know, everything's all Gucci. And she was like, hey, you should get your feet taken care of. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you should get all that dead skin and shit off your feet and like, you know, put some lotion on them and like it'll make the skin more supple, and then you won't have like your feet won't look like a grenade went off. And I was like, yeah, but I kind of want them beat up for in my boot. She's like, no, trust me, you don't. She's like, take care of them and it'll be better. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah. So I started like, I don't know, using all her like scrubby stuff on my feet and like getting all the dead skin off my feet and all that kind of stuff. And actually, I thought it was going to be the opposite of what you're saying. I thought it was going to make my feet worse. And yeah, no, they're fine. It's all good.
And it's not that I have weak feet. Like I can pack fucking shit. It's just that's particular circumstance. When you walk straight down a mountain for fucking 5 hours, it's just like something's got to give, you know, eventually.
Well, it's not just walking down a mountain for 5 hours. It's a week of walking up and down mountains. And then when you're completely tapped, walk down a mountain with like the worst, you know, form, if you will, as humanly possible, because you're trying not to die.
Right. Yeah. So what else is new? I got a new Kafaru bag. It's called the doll.
I got one too.
Did you?
Yeah, I got a Hellbender.
Oh man, this doll!
It's like
I could like chop up 2 people and put it inside this fucking thing. It is huge.
Is that the kind of endorsement that they're looking for? Did they send you? Did they ask you to say that?
I could put 2 whole bodies in that thing.
Okay. They're like, hit us with some Jeffrey Dahmer vibes when you talk about the bag. Okay. Like that's very popular right now. So like, let's talk about murdering people. And that's how we want you to talk about the bag. Okay, Wasey?
It's kind of what I like. I know a lot of guys like a lot of pockets and all this stuff. I like just big bags, just a bag, just a giant hole. Throw all your shit in there.
Into sacks. Wasey is into sacks. You heard it here first, folks.
I'm into sacks, and I like fricking them pullouts, them possibles or whatever. Put all my shit, like your water kit goes in a pullout.
Like that little. Do you mean like the little ultralight ones, or like the round one with all the zippies?
The ultralight ones, like there's different sizes, the small, medium, and large, right? So I'll throw like all my shit, like my water kit goes in one, and then this goes in another one. So then when I'm looking through my bag for shit, it's not just a grenade pile. I still have it organized, but.
Yeah, you're pretty well king of the yard sale, or you were not last year, but the year before. You were like king of the yard sale, eh? Just like, hey, I'm looking for my whatever. I'm gonna empty my entire bag.
But no,
which I love, and I am hyper organized. But yeah, no, I use the what ones do I use? I use the ultralight ones that they make. They're like super, super, super thin. And they make like a 6-pack of them that are all different sizes. That's what I use. And, you know, I have one for my, you know, my toothbrush, my toothpaste and all that kind of stuff. And then other ones for my other crap, my like mess hall and everything is all a separate bag. It's pretty convenient. I do the same thing.
That doll is light too. It's freaking crazy light. Yeah. Not that I thought the hoodlum was heavy or anything, but it's super light. There's not much to it, right? There's just, they have 2 pockets on the outside and the friggin' giant hole, which is kind of cool.
I know that people say that's a big negative for a Kafari bag is because the actual bag itself, the bag and frame combination is quite heavy. But to me, it's like, there's just so much security in being able to freaking jam an entire animal into your pack and like have it plant itself on your hips and not have your shoulders be on fire. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like driving a freaking 1-ton dually diesel compared to driving like a, Tacoma or something, right?
Yeah, they're durable.
Well, I don't know, man. I've put a lot of weight in a few other bags and I struggle with it. And then like I'll throw a 244 pound box of salt in like this sling on a striker. And I'm like, it's still 88 pounds, but at the same time, it's like 88 pounds right on your hip. And it's like, I don't know, who can't squat 88 pounds, right? You just kind of cruise around with it then.
So it says the doll is 3 pounds and its stripped weight is 2.45, which I mean, I think it's almost stripped. There's like not a whole bunch to that bag. It's pretty doll. Which I like. I like that.
Yeah.
And it's freaking, it's, I think it's 7,080 cubic inches.
Yeah, it's a big bag. It's nice. I like that they're starting to use more of that X-Pack material that's a little bit more waterproof. Not that the Cordura isn't waterproof because it is lined with an epoxy, but that X-Pack is real nice and it dries out fast.
Mm-hmm. So you could put like on the back, you could do like 2 medium or 2 large belt pouches, or a small and a large belt pouch on it or whatever.
Yeah.
2 if you wanted some more pockets.
Yeah, it's beauty. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like I have almost no desire to change my bag that I'm using for backpack hunting. Like I'm running a hoodlum with a large and 2 mediums on it and a guide lid, and like I feel like I could pack most of my house if I needed to. Like my bag is largely empty when we're out there.
No, the hoodlum's deadly bag. I've been using that a few years. I like it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. I love it for sure. Yeah, they just sent me a Hellbender. And it's a game changer for me. I with the Striker, I kind of struggled a little bit. The Striker XL, I struggled a little bit for room when it came to getting into cold weather. I found like I was stuffing that thing, To anybody that knows me knows like I'm like a layering guy big time. Like I can't be hiking around in my insulation. Everything will be wet in 2 seconds because I sweat so much. So I know this Hellbender is bigger and it has like a stuff sleeve on the outside of it. It's deadly though, man. I've been running around with a spotter in the side of it and lots of room.
So, Aaron said they're going away from the Coyote Brown. They're going to go straight to, I think, just run that Ranger Green. I think 70% of the orders or something were Ranger Green.
Yeah.
So, which is cool because I got a couple Coyote Brown. I really like that color, but
yeah, is there all my stuff's Ranger green or multicam?
Is there a place in BC? Didn't Chad used to work somewhere that had was a Kawa dealer? Kawa, whatever the fuck it is.
I think there is one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know it though.
I was looking at changing maybe spotters this year. I want to sell this Swaro 65 and I want to get the Kawa TSN 550 series or whatever they call it. And you can get it
65. No. You want to go 55 or 65?
So I think with the deal, what I understand it as is like the 55 series has their fluorite glass, so like the better glass. The 65 doesn't, and then I think the 80 series has the the better glass too. So I think
there's a few different levels of it. I think we need to get somebody that's a Kawa expert.
Yeah. And the only reason I really like that 550 is because it's so small, man. You see the size of that thing? Like you put that on a straight, you could tuck that thing inside your coat pocket. It's pretty cool. So that's what I'm looking at right now. And I just thought there was a dealer in BC because I don't know where to buy these fucking things.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to look into it. So is this part of your never-ending quest to be as ultralightly possible?
Yes, ultralight, but without sacrificing anything. Good.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to be an ultralighter, but I feel like sometimes we have a lot of unnecessary shit sometimes, you know. But my pack is pretty dialed this year, I found. Like I don't have anything that I don't need, right? So
we've discovered I still don't eat food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We were talking on the phone the other day. I was laughing. I was like, that was funny at the end of our hunt. I was like, how much of your food do you have left? You're like, I don't know, a day or two. You're like, what about you? I'm like, I'm like 9 days worth. I'm just like emaciated and dying.
Yeah, I have to force myself to eat. It's like I lose my appetite. It's weird.
Oh, me too. It's gone. I don't know. I don't know why, but
so me and Tyler are driving down this freaking desolate trail, and it's dark, and I'm tired. And I said to Tyler, I'm like, man, let's just fucking pull over. I'm done driving for the day. And he's like, all right, we'll just sleep I didn't want to set up my tent because it's freaking late at night. And,
I know where you're going. I love this.
And so Tyler's like, well, I'll just sleep in the back seat. And he's like, just crawling. Tyler's got like a truck cap. I don't want to call it a canopy. It's like a work cap, I guess, where you.
It's like it's like a commercial canopy, like one of those aluminum ones.
So he's like, just crawl in the back. So I blew up my pad and I crawled in the back, and turns out like we're in like ground zero for mosquito breeding, right? Like every mosquito out of North America comes from this spot. So I'm in the back of this truck. I can't go to sleep with fucking mosquitoes. I can't do it. They're just that buzzing.
My truck feels like it has hydraulics.
So I'm back there doing.
Wasey's back there doing kung fu.
Tyler texts me. He's like, "Are you doing fucking Pilates?" Because I'm back there just fucking beating the fuck out of his canopy, just whacking.
Did I message you? Did I message you on the Zolio? Is that what I did?
Yeah, you messaged me on the Zolio. You're like, "Are you doing fucking Pilates or what?" I can't. So I killed mosquitoes for an hour and then I went to sleep, but it was funny.
And it's like loud too, because it's like it has those aluminum boxes in the side of it, right? And you're like hitting them. It's like every time you hit it, it's like bang. What is he doing, man? The whole truck's rocking. Like it would be like, I'm glad I have a book.
It'd be like trapping a grizzly in the back of that rock. It just
it was bad.
Oh fuck, that was funny.
I have a photo of you the next morning. You're looking rough.
Yeah, I was fucking down and out, man. Hiking too many mountains, but no, it was good. That's what I'm doing today. I'm going to look at a freaking canopy for my truck.
Oh, really?
As soon as we get done here, I got to go fucking south of Edmonton and look at one.
How's anybody going to see all the stickers in your back window? That's like an Alberta thing.
Oh, bro, just fucking hammering. I actually I'm very aware of my stickers. I put one Kafaru sticker on the corner of my back window, and I kind of regret it because people pay attention to that shit. You park somewhere and you got freaking stickers everywhere.
Yeah, no, my truck could not look more like a work vehicle now. Like I was joking with my buddy the other day. I'm like, I'm gonna hang a high vis vest on the passenger seat and hard hat and a pair of logging boots on the floor mat. So it just looks like some guys out here doing a survey or something, you know.
You just need to get some magnet stickers made up for your door. Just say BC Forestry survey or something.
My truck's aluminum. It's an issue.
Oh shit. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, you're right. Some magnets made out to say like not hunting, out here working. You know, but no, I feel you, man. I honestly, from me being a crazy person and like, I don't know, privacy and security, I don't like having anything that can identify my vehicle from another vehicle of the same make and model. You know what I mean? Like, I had that conversation the other day with my wife. She threw a couple stickers on our family vehicle. I was like, let's take those off there for when you cut somebody off and flip them off and then they follow you home. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
So what's coming up for you then? Are you chasing blacktails or what?
Yeah. So, we're steady sick right now. You know, though, having a whole bunch of children in school, and it seems like every week there's a new cold here. So we're steady rotating through disease, I guess. And yeah, no, I kind of, my elk season finished off on the 20th, so I've been steady chasing salmon in my local river here in the Chilliwack River, which
so what
has
do you
been
get
wicked.
So how much can you keep for salmon? Because I feel like if I lived there, I would have freezers full of salmon and halibut.
Oh
and
yeah, I mean, if you really wanted to crush it, you would be fishing on a float with a bead and just get dialed into depth and let it rip. And guys take four hatchery coho out of that river, and you can take one chum now a day. I think that's sort of don't quote me on retention. You
see those pictures of those guys fishing that river? Like there's like 40 guys standing in a line. That's what they're doing, or what?
That's right. But that's where I live. That's like if you, I posted a video on, it's on my personal one or the podcast. I don't know. Like if you look in that video I posted the other day, I have like a fish on my fly rod. If you look in the background, there's probably 200 people on the. So what everybody does is like everybody drives to like the parking lot or like the parking spots, and they walk down the trail and they get on the river and they all just go in like the one hole that holds fish. And it can be super productive if the bite is on. But the other thing is like, I don't know, for me, I don't want to fish in a lineup of 200 guys. You know what I mean? I don't want to fight with people because we're tangling lines and this and that. So I'll normally park in the normal spot and then I'll just hike away from them for 5 minutes. And it's wild, dude. It's like you walk 2 minutes and you have like, a kilometer of river to yourself or maybe two other dudes. You know what I mean?
People are that lazy, eh? They just fucking...
I don't know if it's lazy, like, because like it's like hunting, right? Like there's obviously pinch points that are better to hunt than just like whatever. And I think like guys fish spots that they know will produce. Whereas like for me, like I don't know anything about conventional fishing stuff at all. I've never done it. Like when I first started getting into fishing, I was just like, this is 5 or 6 years ago. I bought my first fly rod. I think my wife might have bought it for me. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Like I grew up doing some conventional fishing stuff, but not a ton. And then more than 5 or 6 years ago is probably, I don't know, whatever, long time ago now. I just started getting into fly fishing and I struggled with it. And then in the last year, Lee from BHA introduced me to Matt Sharp, who's one of the guys behind Pacific Angler. And Matt's like an unreal fly fishing instructor, guide, like legendary, like competition caster. Like I completely lucked out on the mentorship on fly fishing. So it's like I'm looking for a lot different water anyways than the guys that are standing in that lineup. Like I can't really be chucking a fly into a pool that has 100 other lines in it, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just tangle with everybody's shit. So no, yeah, those photos are like the river that I'm on. But I mean, you see the photos that I send you. There's nobody there with me, right?
I got
which is nice.
Freaking cousin who's like a commercial fisher in BC. Obviously, must be coast somewhere. Yeah. But he comes out and visits. He has a farm by us, and he brings halibut and shit for us all the time. So it's kind of, I love halibut, man. That is fucking deadly fish to eat. Really good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, so, I've only ever fished for halibut the one time, like a decade ago, right? But
he said he'd take me out. I want to bring my old man and go.
You should do it. It's very cool. My buddy Tommy there that came on my winter hunt with me. I guess this is still this year. They have a place up the coast, like a cabin. Actually, he's there right now, but they do a lot of river or ocean fishing, and he's always sending me photos. Apparently, it's pretty cool. I don't know.
Maybe we go with Tommy. I get sick as fuck though, so Tommy be mad. I'd be just puking all over his boat. That's
okay. I don't mind.
I know you don't mind, we
could also go with Matt and Lee though, because that's what they do, right? They do like guided ocean stuff right out of Vancouver, where their shop is. It's pretty cool.
I was in Mexico one time and we rented a boat with two Mexicans, and they took us out on the ocean. Mm-hmm. And the minute I got out there, man, the fucking minute that we left the pier, instant sick. And
that's perfect.
Puked. We were out there for hours and hours. I told them guys, I said, don't go in. I'll just die out here. And so my buddy's like, okay. So they just fished the whole time, and I puked in a hydraulic bucket. And
that's nice.
And so like as soon as we get back to the pier, right, or whatever they call it, where everyone docks their boats, I stood up like nothing happened. Like I was fine.
That's so weird.
For whatever reason, I just get on that wave, and I asked the one. It was I felt bad, dude. There was this Mexican kid. He was like, I don't know, working on the boat. Right, it's a pretty big boat, and his job is to like empty out my fucking puke bucket, and so he's like dumping over the side and rinsing it, and I'm fucking. So I give him a tip, and I asked him. I said, "There's many white guys get sick." He's like, "There's usually one in every group." And I'm like, okay. So my buddy Mitch, he goes, he flies out to Vancouver. I don't know if it's Vancouver, some fucking place out there in BC. And he goes, they rent the charter. They go a few times a year for halibut and stuff. And he bought one of those watches that you can like set the adjustable power gain on it or whatever. And he fucking said it worked really well. He never got sick once. So that's good. Yeah.
I don't know, man. The ocean scares me.
Why?
It's big. It's big and rough, and I puke like a little bitch when I get sick. So I'm not interested that much.
I think if you could, I think it's called a relief band. It's like a watch, and you put it on, and you can set the power. Like they say that watch will even reverse your symptoms if you're sick, but I don't know.
Really?
Mitch used it. He likes it.
You think so? You get motion sickness in general. I know you've been talking about us doing a fly-in and being worried about getting sick, right? You gonna get one of them for that?
I'd have to. Yeah, I'd have to. I did one fly-in before in a little plane, and I was just fucking wrecked. 15 minutes after we took off, I was just destroyed. So
that's wicked. That's
I
great.
don't know what. Maybe my stomach is a pussy. I guess I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's that stuff bugs me too a bit, but I can usually just bear it out and get through it. So, so I've just been fishing for, kind of every day for a week. It's been a lot of fun. And breaking very expensive rods on big fish. And Matt last night just dropped off a space switch, kind of pretty cool, big long rod and a bunch of gear for me to play with. I'm getting my feet into the switch space stuff, which is kind of cool. Dip my toes in the pool there. I'm excited to play with it. And we finally have rain here. It's when I came downstairs here to make my coffee, I could hear my sump pump ripping. And I look outside and it's just a monsoon, which is absolutely terrific. We need it. I personally think we're going to be screwed though in a week again. I think we're gonna I think the ground's going to be so hard from being dry for so long that we're going to flood where I am, I think, probably. So I'll probably spend a couple days here getting ready for chaos that will ensue.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to get like 15 mils today, 18 mils tomorrow, 24 on Thursday. Like it's going to rip. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good for everything. And where we live, we've had smoke steady for forever. So
yeah, no, it's good.
And then, in terms of hunting, it's getting to be prime time for blacktail here. Next week is kind of when stuff really, really lights up in terms of blacktails. So I will be focusing on that pretty heavy. And then November, I will be focusing on mule deer. That's kind of going to round out my season for me. You know, the end of October, November, December is just going to be blacktail and mule deer.
Yeah, that's kind of what I have my second oldest daughter. She turned 12 here.
Nice.
20 days ago. So she's doing her hunter ed right now. And
very cool.
My oldest daughter, she's 14. So they both will have whitetail tags this year. So I'm playing Mr. Guide, bring them and hopefully get them on some 180s if I can.
Get them to kill a couple giants.
Yeah.
Some people will say to you, killing a giant whitetail is easy, Wacy.
Yeah, it's so easy, man. But I don't want them to everyone's like, oh, your first buck is you got to be this small buck or whatever. And I don't agree. I think your first buck can be a good buck. It's just, I'll try and put them in something in front of something decent. So. And then if there's any time left, I'm going to try and shoot something. With the way my season's going isn't worth a shit. So.
Yeah. I mean, no, I've had legal deer in front of me this year, but just nothing that I wanted to kill yet. I mean, I think I've had 2 good chances at legal bulls that I both screwed at both those, which is cool. Makes me feel great. But no, I think we got our money's worth already this season with our goat hunt, eh?
Oh yeah, man. I couldn't be happier with it. It worked out pretty good,
Plus you had the luxury of receiving a rotten goat head in the mail.
Yeah. Shout out Canada Post. Shout out.
Well, that wasn't their fault. That was, I would say, a mixture of my fault and our poor planning.
Yeah. It was a Thanksgiving weekend. Not the best. Not the best day.
Yeah, that was not the best call to ship that when we did, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude. I was I want to tell the goat head story. It's super funny.
Go ahead. So start from the beginning though, so everyone knows why you had it.
Okay, so we kill our goats. We go right back to Ed's house, which is like goat central, right? Like you kill goats, you stop at Ed's, go have coffee, right? Mm-hmm. Use his bathroom, sleep in his yard,
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Ed, man. Ed and his family and his daughter. Like, those are the most accommodating people ever, eh? He's yarding people out of their beds so you can sleep in their bed. He's trying to feed you. Like, just one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's awesome.
Actually, all those guys are Anthony, Brandon, and that's our kind of Region 6 crew, eh?
But you need that. You kind of, to be honest, you need that support network with people because they give us a place to stay. They let us fill up our water out of their fucking hose. It's just shit like that. It's nice to have people like that around. And I'll do the same. Anybody coming through that needs something, I'd offer a bed or whatever I could too. So
I don't know if I would say that on a podcast, bro.
Why?
I don't know. Hey, I just want to take a few pictures.
Yeah, that's all right.
There's gonna be some weirdness going on, man.
Keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So we kill our goats. We get to Ed's house, get everything skinned out, finish skinning out your head or whatever, right? And I start looking at getting our goats inspected up there, right? And I think it was a Sunday and a long weekend. Can't remember, but everything was closed.
Okay, so for people that don't know, when your goats have to be inspected by a biologist, right? They call it CIN.
Yeah, it's I can't say the word, compulsory inspection. It doesn't have to be a biologist. It just has to be somebody that the province has said can age a goat.
So this is the hiccup. It's like a Saturday or whatever, and I don't think there's anyone around till a Monday. And we're not going to hang out at Ed's for 3 days waiting for somebody, right? So
yeah, we got families. We want to go home.
Yeah.
So we decide, okay, Ty's going to take Wasey's tag and his goat, and I'm going to get it inspected down here, and then I'm just going to send it to him, which turns out is actually, I think, highly illegal. Not from a fish and game perspective, but I think you're not allowed to ship a head
in the mail.
Yeah, I think there's some.
I think people ship shit all the time. Like, how do taxidermists? How does an American come up here and then get their shit taxidermist and sent it to them? Right? Like,
I think it's because it's taxidermied and it's. I think there's a permitting process. But anyways, let's just claim ignorance. That's the best way to go. But there's also a great Mitch Hedberg joke about what you said. Do you know who Mitch Hedberg is?
Yeah, he was a comedian, died of a drug overdose, I think.
That's right. But he had a really great joke, and he was like, man, the FedEx man's my favorite drug dealer, and he doesn't even know it. Terrific. Yeah. Anyway, so I get this goat down here. I get it frozen solid. I take it to Ray Weens. He does our CI. Shout out Ray Weens and Stephanie. Awesome folks. They're doing my goat right now. Actually, sidebar, Stephanie's doing reproduction horns for my half mount. And that way I'll have the Euro with the original horns on it. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so I get the goat back. I throw it in my freezer and I kind of forget about it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just like go about life, right? And then Wasey's like, hey, send me that goat. You're going to have yours back from taxidermy before I even have my goat here. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. So I like put it in a freezer bag, put that in a couple garbage bags, and I seal that sucker up. And I just like put it in a box and I tuck taped the absolute hell out of that box, Wace?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was just trying to keep any fluid that was in the box inside the box.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the post office down the street, ship this thing, and she's like, wow, this box is cold. I was like, oh yeah, it's cold. Oh, so I ship it. 2 or 3 days go by and Waze sends me a text and he's like, hey bro. I'm like, yo, so you got tracking? I was like, I think so. He's like, I don't have that goat yet. I was like, what? So I like overnighted it, right? And I'm like looking, I'm like, oh shit, it's the middle of the weekend. He doesn't have it yet. It's Thanksgiving. That goat's been sitting there for 4 days.
He sends it sends it on a Thanksgiving weekend, for fuck's sakes.
So I was like, uh-oh, this is gonna be bad. Like if like the postman goes to pick it up from the freaking post office and there's, it's been sitting there for 4 days and there's some funky fluid leaking out of the side of this thing, I don't think he's gonna pick it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So finally Wasey texts me, he's like, bro, it's funky. I was like, what? He's like, I can't even, I don't even want to be in the same room as this thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was bad or what?
Immediately, like, I got it. Yeah, I got it. And I just I have a freezer in my garage just that holds body parts. And I just yard it out of the box and get it in the freezer immediately because it's starting to spoil. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, I took it to the taxidermist. I'm not getting a repo done on it. So he's just going to skull cap it and do my mount. So whatever. If it's a little bit stinky, I just told the texters, I apologized. I'm like, yeah, I have a friend that's mildly retarded. And I said, I'm sorry, I apologize in advance for the smell, but he's like, no worries. He's got to steam it, get the horn sheaths off and do all that anyway. So it's not a big deal. Like he's just going to skull cap and clean that. And then that's going to go on a mount. So it is what it is. It worked out in the end. It's fine. So my taxidermist guy has it. He's a younger guy in southern Alberta. So this will be his first goat. So hopefully it turns out good. I'm sure it will. He's pretty excited to have it. So he's just starting out like, he's new and like he does really good work and he's got a good attention to detail. And he went to taxidermy school and he's been doing it a few years, but he wants to start doing some bigger projects, not just antelope and muleys. So yeah, I told him, I said, fuck, fill your boots, bro. Just don't fuck it up too bad if you can help it.
Cross-eyed goat.
Yeah, no, he'll do good. He'll do good. So we'll see. Yeah. So yeah, when that's done, I'll send some pictures and of how it turns out. We got some questions. You want to answer some? Or?
Oh shit! Yeah, let me.
I got them in front of me here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I normally ask the questions and let you let it rip. But
if you want to pull it up,
no.
I can. We can both answer. So it's.
I got them. Here we go.
All right.
Okay. There's some. I like this. So what did you ask? Where's the question? The question was recording in 30 minutes. It's been like 3,000 minutes, but yeah. There we go. Okay. Lander. Is that a recurve?
That's a recurve, bro.
That's a recurve, doggy. That's your Wangard, right?
Yeah. It is.
Old Aussie Nick here, blisters on Instagram. Any winter hunts this year?
That would be like after the November season kind of thing, right?
I think he probably means like the February goat thing because I did that last year or this past season, rather.
Nothing for me. I'm just gonna probably shoot some canines of some kind.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you and I were chatting with Daryl Schultz in his garage. Shout out another Darryl. Person in our.
I love Daryl. He's such a good dude, Daryl. Yeah.
Oh, they're the best, man.
Yeah, it was awesome.
No, Daryl and Chris, that they should be mentioned in the our little northern crew of people that help us make stuff happen. Great folks. Marvin too, though. We have to include Marvin because Marvin gives us lots of info. Anyways, winter hunts. We talked about with Daryl in his garage there. I don't know if a February hunt is something that I would be seeking out for myself personally. I know Wasey, you were given Daryl the full interrogation on his thoughts on winter hunts, and I think you left there going, "Yeah, I'll stick to summer."
I just don't think it's for me. Honest to God, I think you got to kind of be. I think you got to be a little bit honest with yourself about that one. That's just winter mountain goat hunting. I just don't think it's something for me to do.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I went this past season. I had a great time, but it's one of those hunts that I think you could, like, I couldn't do that hunt. And like on our summer hunt, we see, I'm confident in what I'm doing enough where I'm like, I'll definitely get us into good country and we'll find goats. You know what I mean? Whereas the winter thing, it's like, we'll find goats, but I have no idea if we can safely get to them or not, you know? And like, I took Avi 1 last year for safety, and like I used it every single day. And then we also had Ed with us too, right? I think like if a guy like Ed comes with me or went with me, it's a different story because you have somebody that has all that experience to kind of tell you like, hey, that goat's not worth chasing. That goat is worth chasing. Like, hey, this is a bad situation. This is a good situation. I think I said this after that podcast or after that hunt too. I think this is one of those hunts that I don't think I would recommend to anyone unless it's like they're like they're winter guys, like the Lauren Trousdales or Nolan or whoever, right? Like the guys that are totally geared up for it and into it, right? Like it's not something you can go into at lackadaisical, like you'll probably die.
The risk factor is really high on that one.
A huge, massively huge, unless you have somebody holding your hand that can be like, hey, stop, idiot. Or, I mean, I have a video of me literally slipping and I don't know, I probably slide 100 feet on my butt through trees at like Mach 50 on ice in snowshoes with an ice axe in my hand. Like it's as gnarly as it gets, I think. So, winter hunts I don't think will be on the docket for the foreseeable future unless there's some wicked opportunity to go on an adventure with some guys that are going to hold my hand and spoon feed me the entire time, which I don't think will happen anytime soon. So I'm good. You too, Wace?
Yeah, I'm good on the winter stuff. I don't.
Jay Elliott, 1754. How's the season been so far, or thus far, fellas? We kind of just told you, right?
Yeah, it's been good. Like I can't whine about it too much. I got some critters on the ground. It's just some things I would like go a little smoother sometimes, so I don't have to beat my head against a brick wall. But
yeah,
it's not bad.
I think it's. For me, I think it's been a season of challenges. My feet hurt, my body hurts, everything aches, hurts to get out of bed, and no, I'm really enjoying it. It's badass. I kind of I don't really like it when stuff comes easy. Like I wanna grind. And like our goat thing, like if we would have killed goats on that first year, on that first go, I think it would have been a lot less. Wouldn't have been as sweet as it was, because it was super sweet the way it happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sweet.
Sweet. A Wetson, which is a wicked recurve hunter, dude. How are you liking those new wangered limbs comparison to the original Ibex limbs? You didn't have any other limbs, did you?
No, this is my first wangered, so I don't know what the comparison, but what Trent has told me is that they're a little smoother, a little more buttery, and a little bit quicker, but not a huge. I don't think there was a huge difference. The limbs I have are his Marcor limbs, and I like them a lot. They're a fucking pretty awesome limb. I honestly, man, love this bow. I've been searching for this bow for a long time, so I'll never sell this bow. Like I'm always kind of buying and selling bows, and there's always something I didn't like or blah blah blah. This bow here for me is the bow. That's the one.
Somebody definitely needs to make a meme of Wasey looking at his bow saying, "You complete me."
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. This fucking Trent killed it on this bow, and I shoot this bow really well, comparatively speaking.
There's some deadly bows coming out of Montana.
I honestly believe like Trent's kind of weightless, kind of always scared me, right? Like I think he's like, I don't know, was it a year or 2 years wait or something for a bow?
I don't know. I think my name is technically on it. I'm not sure.
But anyway, and if everyone's like balking at the wait time, it's worth it. I think just buy Samick Sage and tell your Wangered's built or something. But I really like this Wangered. I got not one bad thing to say about it. And I got a fishing line rest on it, and I really like that. It's pretty good.
That's what I'm shooting to. Shout out Jared Tolkien.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Chinook fanboy still, man. I won't change bows. I love it.
Yeah, and I think it just comes down to who you are and what you like, kind of thing. But for me, that's where I'm at.
If you're a big Alberta gay, check out the Wangered. InstaSam _222. You fellers are gangster. Thank you, sir. Favorite wild game meal / recipe? Wasey, let her rip.
I like just fucking any tenderloins. Like whitetail,
Tendies.
elk, moose, and throw them fuckers
Chicken.
on the bar. Yeah, throw them on the barbecue, man. That's. I drive by roadkill sometimes. I'm like, man, I wonder if the tenderloins are still still good.
Jeez. I'm in the same boat. I'm a grilled meat guy. I'm cutting back straps into steaks always. That's kind of my jam.
I kind of feel like if you're like going into that space, that space is owned by meat eater. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to go into the cooking wild,
you mean like answering this question?
Yeah, like I think if you're going like if you're on a, it's just like some people have spaces to be in, and like wild game cooking isn't one of mine. Like I cook wild game how we like it, but if you want recipes and this and that, man, I think meat eaters got the game on lock with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of those barbecue guys are absolutely crushing it, and a lot of that transfers over to wild game just to add more fat. That's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We make some wild ass shit in our house, and it's wicked. My wife's an unreal cook. So, Hanson Hunts, heck yeah, been waiting for the new one to drop. We'll keep waiting because we didn't do it when we said we would. So, thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
BC Muley Freak, you're dead to me. Bruce.
Thanks.
Yeah, what the dude, man. He's all upset that we went because I invited him. I invited him on our hunt, and then, but it was a caribou hunt, which nobody wants to do a hike in caribou hunt because that's awful. And then he's upset he didn't come on the goat hunt because we changed it to a goat hunt, and I don't know if we ever talked about it really. So, sorry, Brucey.
Yeah, he could have come.
Yeah, we love you. We don't. You're not dead to us. We love you. I have a poster of you in my bedroom. Garth's Outdoors. Okay, actually, all right. InstaSam_222. Meet Garth's Outdoors. Wicked barbecue guy. Actually, probably my neighbor. I think somewhere nearby. So yeah, go check out at Garth's Outdoors. He does wild ass barbecue stuff, and he's a wild game guy. There you go. How many animals have hit the ground? I'm at 1. Wasey?
3.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
What have you killed?
2. I shot 2 bears and a mountain goat so far.
Yeah. There you go. Wicked. I am a forever like bear passer. I like find bears, and I'm like, I don't want to back it out. That's where I'm at with bears.
I'm
right
not
now.
a bear passer.
I know you're not.
I like to shoot bears.
I mean, I like killing bears. I just don't like dealing with them. I'm starting to feel lazy in my old age a bit.
And yeah, to be fair, like I've put myself in front of some pretty decent deer so far with a bow. It's tough. I'm a little bit picky. That's all. I don't want to shoot 140 inch or 150 inch whitetail.
Oh yeah, that would suck. What a bummer.
I'm kind of just
asshole. Just an asshole. I hate you.
But I don't want to sound like I'm trying to be better than anyone or anything. It's just where I'm at in my life right now.
Okay. I'm just kidding. It's a different game for you. Like I said, I've killed one whitetail ever. They're just not where I live at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just joking. But no,
I'm going. I got a mule deer hunt here next week. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
See what I can drum up.
Yeah, I'm not going to Alberta this year because people are going to ask. I got too much going on here right now, and it's chaos.
It's tough to get away from your wife and kids, man. All your job shit, and to do like a couple hunts a year for guys like us is fucking near impossible. I have another backpack hunt planned in November with Ronnie and John there, which will be wicked. It's just the logistics of getting out there and everything, and then it's a pain in the ass for you too, because you got to babysit me the whole time, right? So it was looking like it was tough this year. So we'll get it.
No big deal.
Get it.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good. Taylor Nairn. Another one of my ex-neighbor. Now he moved. but great dude. Best adventure yet this season?
Oh, I've had a few good ones, but I don't know. The goat's pretty hard to beat. That was pretty fun. Pretty fun
that's what I was going to say to you. It's hard to beat the kind of northern BC thing, the adventure, the first of a species down. And it's always a good time when Waste Dog and I get to hunt together because we're usually just talking shit the whole time. So it's good.
Are we gonna do like a mountain stuff next year, or what do you want to do? Or take a year off from that?
Well, aren't you doing a bighorn hunt with your dad on horseback?
Yeah. So we might just
a wrap.
I'd like to try and get to you in springtime and get Tommy to take us out coastal bear hunting if we can.
On the old boat there.
Did you ever see that video that Brandon posted on YouTube of them fucking bears that he went on a hunt? Like, these things look like dinosaurs, bro. Like coastal black bears in BC, they're fucking huge. Like, it gets me bricked up looking at a bear's that big. And I'm like,
yeah.
But I think where Brandon was, I think it was a special tag. I want to say it was on the island, possibly.
I don't know how. There's not really very many special tags. I think the only special tags are there is a spring bear LEH, but that's it. I'd have to look it up. I don't know, dude. There's bears everywhere here. Like we bears walk down the street I live on.
But I want to do a boat, like a specific boat hunt. Like I want to like fucking be on the boat person. I want to be on the boat, glassing bears, and then stalking on beaches. That's what I want to do. I don't really care to hunt them in the bush that much.
You want to go full landing craft?
I've done that 30 years now. I want to do some fucking different style of bear hunting. Maybe in the spring we do that. Do you think we could line that up or what?
Yeah, why not? I don't care. Sure. I'll probably go sheep hunting though with Ronnie.
Yeah, for real. That's what I would do.
We'll do some sheeps. You do a sheep. I'll do a sheep. Kill some bears.
My buddy just got back from a sheep hunt 2 nights ago.
Oh, Mitch, you there?
Yeah, and he ended up getting sick. I think.
Oh no!
I think water got him on this
herpes?
one. Yeah,
was it herpes?
No, I think it was bad water, and I think. Well, he doesn't know, but that's just my guess. Like they were no water and they're melting snow, and I think like when I was melting snow up top for goats, there was a lot of floaties in that shit, man.
Oh yeah. Well, don't you remember? Don't you remember? You were like, "Hey, here's some water." I was like, "No, thank you." I'm Stroop. Thank you. Good.
I've developed a water phobia though, bro. Like I just hunting around home. I'm carrying 4 liters all the time, like all the time.
Yeah, I actually, I've had a fear of bladders for years, but I just went back to a bladder, so I'm forced to be constantly drinking water now because there's a tube hitting me in the face. So that's where I'm at. Hit me with a song request for an outro.
Wheelan Walker Jr. Redneck shit.
Okay, Wheeler Walker. Here we go. Yeah, no, I'm with you on the water phobia. It's real after you get that dehydrated. So, Any final words?
No, you probably won't hear from us until after November unless we try this again because we're just so busy with hunting and stuff. So, and I had a few guys ask if I was ghosting them. I'm not ghosting anyone. I'm just fucking busy right now. So,
yeah, same. I am hunting and fishing, loving every day, doing redneck shit.
There's just sometimes. Okay, see you guys. Bye.
American by birth and Southern by the grace of God means that everything I do it right. New York and California, you can go and have your fun, but down here I got a list of what I like. Eating tater tots and pussy, sucking Mountain Dew and tip, kick my grandpa in his...
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe and leave us a review. You can follow us on Instagram at Wilderness Locals. If you want to support the podcast, please check out the gear, articles, and whatever else we're up to on the website at www.wildernesslocals.net.